take over 1st and 10 at their own 25, John.
Well, here we go. We'll see. We'll see what Coach Webb has on his notebook here right off the bat. And my guess is that it's not going to be a conservative 3 yards in a cloud of smoke. I don't think I'd be out of line in assuming that.
Yeah, we're starting out ace back right away. Looks to be Jacob Combs just right of Gary Silvers. They're in a traditional 5-2 right now with a couple outside linebackers and a safety. We'll see how this works. A little bit of a low snap, off tackle with Combs. Get themselves adjusted, picked up about a yard. Brought down there nicely by the linebacker, number 58, Brad Keller.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure which linebacker I've heard is their stud. They're going to bring a lot of heat on Silvers when he passes. I was actually talking to Gary's dad for the game, and they got a guy that's a middle linebacker. I have a feeling he's probably number 58. Solid young man. So we'll go 2nd and 9 at our 26-yard line. Nice out to Weeks, one-on-one coverage. That's not going to happen. Number 12, there's no way he is going to guard Mike Weeks one-on-one out in the flat like that, John.
No, we've seen it all season long. It's a daunting task for a cornerback to put him out there and ask him to just cover Mike Weeks one-on-one. And you know, you've got to give him a little bit of space, a little bit of respect, and as soon as you do, they're going to hit you with a quick hitch like that, and then Mike can do so much after the catch. It's almost not fair, but I'm guessing at some point tonight we'll see something a little bit different than a 5-2 with a single-man coverage over there.
Yeah, actually it looks like number 12, Joe Prokes, has got the undaunting task of having to guard Weeks. So we're back in our traditional ace-back formation, 4 wideouts. Isaac Baker down low, split wide. Gary's going to keep it off tackle. He's going to get a nice 4-yard push there. Actually 52, I think that's Cronkite. Yep, Concrete with a nice lead block there. They filled the hole nicely, but I'll take 4 or 5 yards every play.
Yep, absolutely. You like to see a little bit longer ride, I think, with between your quarterback and your first back through the hole. Ride that fake out a little bit longer, but I'm sure they're also keying on Gary, so he's trying to get the ball out of there and get it upfield as quick as he can.
Yep, so Gary, little swing pass back out to Weeks again. He's got some blocking out there by Travis. He could have a big gain. He got it all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Trojans. It was a nice block thrown out there by Trav McDonald to spring Mike for about another 15 yards after the catch.
Absolutely. You know, it's impressive to see the different ways that Coach Webb comes up with to get the ball into the hands of his playmakers every week, because week in and week out, it's not a tough scout to know that we're trying to get the ball into Mike's hands as much as we can, and they can key on a lot of things, but he continually comes up with new ways to bring Mike in creative fashion, getting him out in space and coming back toward the ball, and that's a neat thing to see.
Yep, last week, a couple weeks ago, they had a Wildcat. Gary elects to keep it on the option. Nice 8-9 yard gain before he's brought down there by number 50, David Shepler, and also number 9, Sheldon Berry, linebacker in there.
Nice patience out of Gary that time, just kind of following his lead blockers and letting the play develop and not trying to get out in front of it.
Yep, like to run over that right side of the line. I wonder why. Riley Norman standing right there, big boy at 301, 6'6". So we're sticking with this ace back. We like it. We got number 10, Jared Webb, out in the flat. Looks like a pickup of about 4. It was a nice catch by Jared. Number 8 came in. Boone Marios, defensive back.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of nice to have the weapons that you do on offense to let them know that, you know what, Weeks isn't just the only cat we got on the field.
You're absolutely right. They've got to respect the other side. Jared's a nice control receiver. He's got great hands. And they can't just key up and put 2 guys on Mike for that reason.
Yep. So we got 3 wideouts. Weeks sitting right in front of us. Trav up top with Webb. Silvers out in space. Has some room. Oh, just tripped up a little bit on the ground. Gary saw a hole. He liked it. Sharp cut. Just kind of caught a little too much grass.
Got a flag out there. It's looking like a hold on the bikes.
Yep.
May have been after Gary had even slipped down. It's hard to tell, but officials talking to Richie Hyde out there, it looks like. And
so that you're right. That'll be a hold on the Vikings. So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 16, if I had to guess, if it was a spot foul. So 2nd down and 16. We're at the Trojans' 26-yard line. I like coming out first with the ball. I like the call, taking it first. So we're in our ace back. Silvers back to pass. Has 20. Isaac Baker almost came up with a nice one-handed grab. He had control of the ball, came down. Beautiful attempt, though, by Isaac Baker.
It was. He laid out for it. There's not much else you can do there other than ask the glove company to make better gloves because he got his paw on it. And
yep, I'm betting Gary wants that one back a little bit.
Side, I think there, Coach. I think we had. I think Isaac was the third receiver out coming in the flats on that side. Trying to run your big guns deep and open up something underneath. Worked in the JV game a couple times last night for us.
All right, so we're 3rd and 16 on their 26-yard line. Silvers is back to pass, setting up a screen nicely to Richie Hyde, getting him out in space. They read it nicely, though. Number 58 read that. Got to give him some TV time. Brad Keller, that was a nice play by the linebackers to step up and stop this short of about a 6-yard gain, so bring up about 4th and 10.
Yeah, they did read it nicely. The only thing you could hope there is if Richie had eyes in the back of his head, had he turned the other direction, I think he had a little daylight, but you don't know that until you get spun around with that middle screen. But it's a good call. It looks like we're setting up for a field goal here.
Yep, 37-yard field goal, 37-yard field goal by Mike Weeks. Number 20, Isaac Baker to hold. Parcells kick is up.
Plenty of leg.
Nice 37-yard field goal by Mike Weeks. I don't know if there's not much he can't do, but he can kick field goals, that's for sure.
He can. Kicks off, kicks field goals. He can run, he can catch. Mr. Athlete.
I wonder if he can cook, too. So, 8:16 of the first period. The Vikings, Mike Weeks' legs, picked them up 3-2-0. This is Channel 97 and 98. Again, this is Jeff Brooks, and sitting here with John Emmington. I'd like to thank our sponsors here at 97, 98 for bringing us this football action right to your home. Godfrey, Chevrolet and Buick, Cadillac Tire, Wexford Community Credit Union, Johnson Insurance, Don's Auto Clinic, and High Point Auto. So I don't think, John, you can ask for a better opening. We'd like a touchdown, but I'll take points any day.
Points are what it's all about. Yeah, better to start with 3 than none. You get your crowd involved a little bit, and I'm guessing the crowd's going to have to become a little bit of a factor before this one's over. And if you're Traverse City Central, you know, you're going over there, you're talking about that as a moral victory, holding them to a field goal. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting here. See what our defense does. They the last couple weeks they've played well. They've locked their opponents down. They locked Belding down. They played well the week before that, and so we'll see what Baker has rolling against a high-powered Trojan offense. Weeks back to kick, back to receive. Will be number 7, Tyler Clark. Nice big boom down to the corner. He lets it go out of bounds. Is that a procedure?
Boy, yep. That's a really close call. It was about on the 6-inch line. It looked like it actually went out of bounds from our angle.
Yep. So a flag was thrown. There will be an illegal procedure, kicking out of the bounds. I believe the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, if I'm not mistaken.
They'll get real good field position out of it, which is unfortunate because we were about 6 inches from getting another 20 yards out of it.
You're right, John. So
35-yard line, so another 15 it would have been.
There we go. So Trojans start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line with 8:16 in the first period. Cadillac leading 3-0 on a Mike Weeks field goal. Looks like we're in a 5-3. 2 outside linebackers, your middle linebacker. Trojans running a shotgun set. 10 hands off to number 30, read nicely by 40. Did not tackle well.
No, I got a lot of bodies to the ball too, and could have had him wrapped up for a little bit of a loss there. And
yep,
Nolan kind of stepped away. It was a nice job on his part. Keep running.
Arnold Nolan, I think he's the right tackle there on the defensive line. He shot through there, read it nicely. Number 30, Dylan Rowe. We're going to call his name a lot. Broke a tackle. He's a strong young man. Cut it back for about 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4. They're running a split back with Sovereign back to pass. He's got a receiver. He's got a lot of speed. Oh, nice. We actually had our defensive back fell down. Yeah. Yep, and tripped over some grass down there, which left the wide receiver wide open, and luckily Sovereign could not hook up with the wide receiver on that play, so that'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Trojans.
Yeah, we were fortunate. Dino was stride for stride with him. I don't know if their legs got tangled up or what, but fortunately just out of the grasp of the receiver. And
Yeah, that had big play written all over it as soon as Dino went down. So here we come back, 3rd and 4. This is a big down. Ace back. They got 4 wide receivers. Sovereign in shotgun. We got a guy in motion. Sovereign's rolling out left. Looks like we've read it nice. Oh, almost picked off by Travis McDonald. I think he wished he had that one back.
I think so. If it missed the 6 on his jersey, it wasn't by much. It almost split it, and I think, I don't know, if you never know if that ball's deflected a little bit or if his vision was blocked. You can't tell from here, but had he caught it, we'd have had a little bit better field position, perhaps. But we may just run one back here, and it'd be null and void anyway.
Yep. Sovereign actually had a wide receiver breaking free long. Number 12, Joe Prokes, was actually breaking free behind McDonald, but you didn't see him. Yep. So Sovereign back to kick. Weeks was back to receive, and so was McDonald, but there's no opportunity there. He booted that one out right about the 35, 37-yard line. So that's where Cadillac will take over here with 7:27 left in the first, up 3-0. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line, John.
Absolutely. And I'm sure Travis would have liked to have had the interception, but the field position wouldn't have been too much different. So he won't beat himself up too bad for that one.
He would have. He had some green in front of him. He had some blockers too out there. He had his defensive backs. It'd have been interesting. I'd like to seen it. So in any case, we will take over 1st and 10. Gary Silvers is the ace formation. 3 wide receivers in front of us. He's rolling right. He's looking to run. He showed a lot of heart.